Thanks everybody for joining. I just wanted to talk a little bit actually about this practice before we get into it. So kind of the formula that I love about that is just part of Kundalini Yoga is how we take the time to first just remember who we are. And we do that first by kind of bringing ourselves into alignment with our breath. And then from there, when we tune in, we're acknowledging the part of ourselves that is deeper and beyond what we know in the physical. And when we kind of dip into that and acknowledge it and tune in, it's like we dip into this state of remembering who we truly are. And then from there, we practice within this container of this remembrance of who we are, and within this practice specifically, projecting from the soul, projecting from that place of remembering, we're able to shine outwardly who we truly are. And then the more that we practice that, the more that we practice and tune into ourselves and remember who we are, the stronger our light will be shining outward. So what I found with practicing Kundalini Yoga is just dipping into these states of remembering more often and noticing how I am out in the world, and also noticing the ways in which maybe other people notice me in different ways because I'm projecting from the soul more often. And so this practice is a practice in preparing the space, claiming the space around us, clearing the space around us, which is our aura, the electromagnetic field around us. And in this practice, we're going to be physically clearing the space around us, and then also using the meditation, the Kirtan Kriya meditation, to just kind of burn through and clear out any blocks that are preventing us from seeing ourselves fully as we truly are, so that we can truly be ourselves without as much effort out in the world. So that's today's practice. So right now, let's just start by gently closing the eyes and just meeting ourselves exactly where we're at right now. So wherever you're at, finding yourself in a comfortable seated position, just start noticing the breath. See if you can just start to bring awareness to your body and your breath without any judgment. And if anything, any thoughts, judging thoughts come up in your mind, just let them pass through and just go back to noticing. Be the observer right now. Just beginning to bring our awareness back to ourselves. And from here, let's just begin putting a little bit of intention behind our breath. So let's start at the base of the spine here, inhaling up the back of the spine, all the way up to the top of your head, the crown of your head, suspending the breath here slightly, and then just breathing back down the spine in an exhale. Again, inhaling up the spine through the nostrils, really make it deep and long and meaty, holding it at the crown of the head, suspending. And then as you exhale back through the nostrils, back down the spine, and just continue this breathing pattern here. See if as you're breathing, just see if you can lengthen your spine with the breath. Feel the strength of that cord running from the base of your spine all the way up to the top of your head, like an iron rod, holding you in place, holding you steady. And then on your next inhale, when you suspend the breath at the top, switch your internal gaze to your third eye point, which is just right between your eyebrows and slightly above. And on the exhale, see if you can breathe out through that point. And then again, inhaling from the base of the spine up to the crown of the head, holding the breath here, switching your internal gaze through that brow point, exhaling straight out in front of you. And continue that. As you're inhaling up the spine, you're straightening the spine, imagining that solid iron rod holding you up. Inhale or exhaling through the brow point, you're creating focus, you're drawing awareness to the seat of your intuition. Beginning to connect these points within the body. And on your next exhalation, just return to easy, relaxed breathing. Just sitting with your eyes closed. Noticing any sensations in the body. Noticing anything that's come up for you. From here, we're going to begin to tune into our practice. So, as I mentioned before, when we're tuning in here, we're just remembering who we are. We are tapping into the source of light and being within us and letting that guide us through this practice. So bringing your palms together to touch and then bringing them up to the bone of your chest, lifting the elbows slightly so the hands really push in together. We're going to chant the mantra Ong Namo Gurudev Namo, and this means I bow to the teacher within. So we're going to chant that 3 times. So take a deep inhale, exhale completely. Let's inhale and tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. One last time. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath here. And exhale completely, letting the arms just slowly come down to your knees here, with your palms up. So today, instead of setting an intention for today's class, we're going to set something that we want to embody. So with your eyes closed and your hands in an open, receptive position, I want you to think of a word, of a way of being that you would want to radiate out. First, just in your own life, in the life of your family, and in the world around you. Just think of one word, one quality which either you know you possess, that you want to radiate more of, or maybe it's a quality that you want to have and you want to radiate that. Just pick one. This doesn't need to be perfect. You just need to pick something. And just hold that in your mind's eye for a moment here. And then I want you to use the phrase, I am, and then your word. And just repeat that a few times in your mind. Just one last time. And then let's leave it to the side for a moment. We'll come back to it. So from here, we're going to start some warm-up exercises just to get our body warmed up and in the flow. So we're going to start with some Sufi grinds. So in a cross-legged position here, hands can come to your knees. On the inhale, we're going to circle our torso forward. Exhale, circle it back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. And just continue here. And this should feel really good. Instead of thinking if you're doing it right, just let the movement feel really good in your body. Just follow what feels good here. On your next inhale, come to a straight spine, holding the breath in. Just find stillness here for a moment. Exhale completely, and let's go in the opposite direction. So whatever way you were going before, just go in the opposite direction. And again, focus on how this feels in your body. Just beginning to open up the hips, giving the internal organs and the digestive system a little massage here. On your next inhale, come to center, hold the breath in, hold steady here. And exhale completely. From here, we're going to move into cat-cow. So coming onto all fours. If you need to put anything soft under your knees, a blanket, you can do that now. And if you're ready, we have our feet flat on the floor. We've got our hands just below our shoulders. On the inhale, we're going to look up at the ceiling and arch our spine. Exhale, we're going to look down towards our knees, arching the spine in the other direction. Inhaling up, exhaling down, and just go at your own pace here. Again, this should feel really good on your back. If it doesn't, just adjust so that you can keep the integrity of the posture, keep the integrity of your breath. And just a reminder throughout this whole practice, if there's any posture or movement that just is not available to you, even just today or in general, you can always keep your eyes closed and in your mind's eye, imagine yourself doing the posture perfectly. So I just want to put that out there for you today. If you need to take that option, please do. On your next inhale, come to a straight, flat back here, holding the breath in. And then exhale completely. We're going to push up into triangle pose, also known as downward dog. So lifting your butt right up in the air. Again, if this is not available to you, you could even just do child's pose here. So we're working on creating the shape of the triangle, pushing up with our hands, working on bringing the heels down to the ground. And with your eyes closed, just breathe deep here. Let your head hang. Triangle pose is really good for the nervous system. On your next inhale, hold the breath in. And then exhale completely. Let's walk our feet towards our hands here. And let's just do a forward fold here. So if you want, you can keep your hands down on the ground. Or if you want to grab both of your elbows, just so you have some more weight here. Just allow yourself to hang forward here for a bit. Just breathing in long and deep. Let's just work on loosening up the neck, so maybe nodding your head up and down and side to side. Just let it hang really loose here. And then let's slowly make our way back up to standing in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just taking a minute here at the top. Breathing in long and deep. Let's bring the shoulders up to the ears and roll them back down. Bringing them up to the ears, rolling back down. Just loosening up the shoulders. Getting rid of any tension that we've stored there during the day. And yeah, let's take a deep inhale, bring the shoulders up and hold them by the shoulders, holding them there, holding the breath. And on the exhale, release them back down. And here just standing with our eyes closed for a moment. Hands, palms can be open and at your side here. And we're about to start our Kriya, which again is just a series of movements and postures intended with a specific goal. And that today is clearing and claiming the space around us. So I want you to go back to that quality that you wanted to embody. I want you to bring that back into your mind. And just meditate on that for a moment. So here we're going to bring our feet apart slightly. Arms are going to come up to the sides with the palms up. And from here we're going to inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale left, exhale right, palms are up, and continue in this moment, in this movement. So here, in your mind's eye, I want you to picture yourself clearing the space around you physically with your movements and claiming it as your own. So however you need to picture that, maybe you picture like almost like dusty air around you, and you're the fan that's moving everything, clearing the path around you and claiming that cleared space as your own. So we're here for a minute. Keep it up. If you'd like, and to take this another step further, on the inhale you can mentally chant Sat. On the exhale, Nam. Sat, Nam. And again, we're going at our own pace here. We're letting the breath lead the way. That might be slow, that might be fast, or anywhere in between. Follow your breath. 30 more seconds here. Keep it up. Everyone's doing great. On your next inhale, come to center, keeping the arms out, palms up. Hold the breath in. Hold steady here. And exhale completely. We're going to keep the arms out here, but now we're going to flip the palms down. And from here, we're going to inhale, bend to the left. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. And again, we are clearing the space physically around us, and we're claiming it as our own. Again, we're here for one more minute. Following your breath. Ten more seconds here. On your next inhale, come to center. Hold the arms still and steady. Hold the breath. Exhale completely. And here we're going to move the fingers in front of us here. Hands are interlaced. They're in line with our armpits here. And here we're going to bend forward from the hips, and the hands are going to touch the ground. Coming back up. If your hands can't quite touch the ground, just go as far down as you can and come back up. Again, we're here for one more minute. And we're clearing and claiming the space for ourselves. And just finding an easy rhythm with the breath here. And again, just moving as far down as you're able, keeping that intention of clearing and claiming. 10 more seconds here. On your next inhale, come to standing, keeping the arms in place here in line with your armpits, holding the breath, exhaling completely here, letting the arms fall down to your sides. From here, We're going to bring our hands onto our hips. And we're going to inhale the left foot forward and slightly to the left and back down. Exhaling right, forward and slightly to the right and back down. Inhaling left, exhaling right. So it's going forward and slightly to the side. Following your breath. More seconds here. Keep it up. On your next inhale, just come to standing here, hands still on the hips, holding the breath in and exhaling completely. Here we're going to bring the feet slightly apart. We're going to go up on our toes here. Arms are up and slightly higher than our armpits here. And from here we're going to squat. We're going to inhale, squat all the way down. Exhale through the mouth and come back up. So inhaling through the nose, coming down. Exhaling through the mouth, coming back up. And with this, go as low as you can go. Don't push it. Remember, heels are up, not touching the ground. And as you move your body down, claiming the space in the lower part of your body here. And continue this. We're here for just under a minute. Again, listening to your body here. No need to push anything if there's pain. Just keep these squats really subtle if you need to. Inhaling through the nose down, exhaling through the mouth up. And on your next inhale, come back up to rising, holding the arms in place, still up on your toes, hold the breath. And exhale completely, letting the heels come to the ground and the arms slowly lower. Just taking a moment here just to assess. Notice anything, any sensation in the body. And then moving on here, we're going to bring the heels together. Arms are out on the sides, palms are facing down. And here, we're flapping our arms up and down. Keeping the breath long and deep. Again, clearing the space around you and then claiming it as your own. Making room in the space around yourself, in your electromagnetic field, to project outwardly from within your soul. What's in there that wants to come out, that would love the space around your body to be able to shine. "20 more seconds here, keep it up. Again, keep returning to your breath if the mind starts to wander. Everyone's doing great. Remember to adjust the movement if you need to. If it needs to go back to a very subtle movement, start there. And then maybe you build up to a bigger movement. You could even play around with it. Play around with what that feels like to do subtle movements and big movements. This is your field to play in. This space that you're claiming for yourself is yours. Let's take a deep inhale, bringing the arms straight out to the side, holding steady here. And exhaling completely. Let's bring the arms slowly down to the sides. Again, just taking a moment here. From here, we're going to bring the left hand into a fist with the thumb tucked inside. And we're going to kind of put that in line with the nipple here. The right arm is just going to go straight ahead like you're trying to grab something. And from here, we're going to switch arms. So we're going to flick the right arm in as the left arm was, and we're going to keep switching. So remember, the hand that comes into a fist, the thumb is tucked in. The hand that goes forward is reaching to grab something. And just coordinate this with the breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils as you switch positions. Claiming what's ours. Dusting off this space around us to make room for some fresh life, fresh energy, a new way of being. Ten more seconds here, keep it up. On your next inhale, just wherever you are, take a deep breath, hold the posture wherever you're at. Holding still here. And then exhaling completely, releasing the hands down to your side. And just noticing here. From here, we're going to bring the arms up to 60 degrees, so just slightly up at an angle in front of us. And from here, we're going to begin flapping the hands and wrists. Just like this here. The arms will naturally shake, but the focus is all on the wrists and hands. See if you can imagine here in your mind's eye the ripples that this is causing in the space around you. Notice how this movement is different than, for instance, when we're flapping our arms on either side. How is the space around you clearing? Keep it up. 20 more seconds. Everyone's doing great. Let's take a deep inhale together, and from here, let's stretch the arms up way over top of our head, stretching the fingers wide, holding the breath here. In your mind's eye, imagining this field around yourself that you've cleared and claimed. And on the exhale, with the hands slowly and with intention, we're going to slowly sweep them down at our sides. Slowly, again, clearing this space around us, claiming it as our own. Once your hands get down to your sides, just let them soften here. Maybe just let the palms open in a receptive posture. And from here, let's bring back our I am statement and the quality that we chose at the beginning. I am, fill in the blank. Put that out into this space that you've claimed and cleared. And let yourself begin to bathe in the space that you've created for yourself here. Feel your soul expanding, projecting out around you who you truly are. Know it. Know that you are that. From here, we're going to slowly, with intention, move our way all the way down onto our backs. So however you need to do that, just to keep it really slow and gentle on your body, make your way to lying down here. All the way on your back, and whatever you need to really sink in here, whether it's a blanket, a pillow under the knees, whatever you need. Laying down completely. Feeling your body heavy against the ground. Your palms can be facing up on your sides if that's available to you. Letting yourself sink in deeply here. here, let's begin to just reawaken the body. Just starting to move the fingers and toes slightly, just noticing how that feels. Then stretching the feet out in front of you and your arms overhead. Give yourself a really big stretch here. Just coming back to the room and into our bodies. You can pull the knees into the chest and rock side to side on the lower back. When you're ready, rolling over onto one side and slowly making your way back up into a seated position. And once you're up there, just sitting with your eyes closed for a moment here. So we're going to move into our meditation, which is the Kirtan Kriya meditation. And Kirtan Kriya has a lot of moving parts to it, which makes for an incredibly beautiful meditation. So Kirtan Kriya is all about cutting down to the core of who we are, the truth of who we are. And it's kind of like a fire that burns through any past experiences or any outdated ways of thinking and being that get in the way of us shining the light from our soul, of projecting who we are outward. So here we are using the mantra Sa Ta Na Ma. Sa is the universe, the infinite. Ta is birth. Na is death. Ma is rebirth. So it's the cycle of life, it's the cycle of the universe, and we are, by chanting it, we are like acknowledging our place in the middle of all of that. And once we acknowledge our part in the massiveness of the universe, the cosmos, how can we believe anything else about ourselves that's not true? So we're going to be using the mantra, the mudra, where we're going to be using our hands. So Sa, we're going to be connecting our pointer finger, which is our Jupiter finger. It's all about knowledge, expansion. Ta, we're touching our middle finger, which is our Saturn finger, all about wisdom, intelligence, patience. Na, touching our thumb to our ring finger, which is our Sun finger. It's all about vitality, energy, radiance. And Ma, we're touching our pinky, which is our Mercury finger, and that's all about communication. So like I said, there's many levels to this meditation, and when it comes down to it, we're trusting in the depth of it, and we're just doing the mantra and the mudra. So here we're going to chant out loud for 2 minutes, in a whisper for 2 minutes, silently in our minds for 4 minutes, back to a whisper for 2, and back out loud for 2. And I'm going to guide you through it all. So with your eyes closed, let's begin. So again, moving through the fingers with each part of the mantra. Let's inhale deeply. Sa Ta Na Ma. Sa Ta Na Ma. Sa Ta Na Ma. Sa Ta Na Satanama, 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 Satanama. Now as a whisper, sa ta na ma, 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 sa ta na ma. Now continue, but in your mind, silently chant this to yourself, continuing with the mudra. Bring the mantra up inside your head. And as you mentally chant this, see if you can also bring your inner awareness to the crown of your head, the very top of your head. See if you can imagine the mantra coming in through the top of your head and then exiting through your brow point, your third eye point, like an L. See if you can focus the feeling and the sound of the mantra coming in from the top of your head and exiting through your brow point. Imagine it as a golden cord. And all you're doing is connecting yourself to it. This ancient truth of who you are. Just about a minute and a half here until we move back to a whisper. Keep going. Less than a minute. At the end of the round that you're on, let's go back to a whisper. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 And back to out loud. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Sa, Satanama, 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 Satanama. One last time. Satanama. Take a deep inhale. Bring your hands up above your head, stretching your fingers wide. Hold the breath in here. Hold the hands. When you're ready to exhale, again, let's slowly swoosh the arms down on the sides of us. Slowly claiming that space and bringing them to rest down on either side of us on the ground here. Just taking a moment here just to notice, to feel yourself in the space that you've cleared and claimed. If you need to take a moment and just shake your legs out, we're just going to end our class here. Just closing up this practice here, acknowledging once again the truth of who we are, using the mantra Sat Nam. Truth is my name. Bringing the palms together to touch and bringing them up to our chest again, lifting your elbows slightly to feel that really strong connection. We're going to chant Sat Nam 3 times. It's a long Sat, short Nam. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Let's inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. One last time. Sat Nam. Bringing your forehead and palms to the ground, just to ground yourself, ground the energy that we've just stirred up here before we move on with our day. When you're ready, coming back up to sitting. Sat Nam, thank you.